What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. Back on Horizon 5 again, and today's video, as you guys usually know every single week, well, except for last week, because last week was a bit dead. I didn't really want to make a video on it. It was a bit weird. Anyway, we're doing the trial for this week, which is this. It's called Time to Focus. Get it? Because you have to drive a Focus. Anyway, so Focus RS from 2017 we have to build, and it's for rally racing, right? So we have, like, I checked it here because if you hover over it, you can see exactly what type of race it's going to be. It's mostly, I don't know, it's like 50-50. Like, some of it's off-road, some of it's on-road. I feel like if I leave it with, like, basically road tires or race tires, it's going to struggle on the whole off-road bit, right? It's still only A800, but I feel like it's going to struggle a lot there. So I think maybe giving it, I don't know, maybe like something like rally tires, I think would be kind of interesting. So I have this Focus RS right now that I'm driving. It's already built. I don't know when I've done this. It's probably for a different event that I ended up building it for, but it's built up to almost 400 horsepower, and it's brought the weight down by a lot as well, like almost 300 kilos, if not even more than that. So that's what we're working with here. I decided to use this one because I wasn't bothered to buy a whole new one and then just spend a bunch of money on it for no reason and waste my time. So I'm going to use this as the platform. But like I said, since we're doing sort of like a mix of on-road and off-road, this already has slick tires. We could probably go with some off-road tires, some of these rally tire compound. I feel like it could be interesting because this one is like really good for off-road. This one is slightly worse for off-road, but it's better for on-road as well. So it's like a mix. It should be a little bit better, basically, like a nice little mix of both of them. So I'm gonna put this one on and see how that works. Same with the tires. I'm gonna go probably nice and wide here because that should probably help for the whole on-road part of this event. And then the off-road part is still gonna be quite okay. The thing is, though, I can now have either more power, or I can actually adjust my aero. So the thing that I haven't done with this, so yeah, look, if I go on the off-road bit, like this is gonna, like, both on-road and off-road, this front bumper is gonna change things significantly. If I put this slip on the back, again, our handling goes up, our top speed goes down, but you can adjust that anyway. It doesn't really matter too much. What is the difference? what is the difference between both of these? It's like the tiniest little extra lip that's available there. It's so weird. Weight doesn't change. Does my G change at all? It doesn't. Nothing actually changes. So we'll put the bigger one on because why not? It also drops my PI a little bit. Again, weight reduction I've done, and then I've added power to it, and that's pretty much it. I haven't done anything else to this thing. Did I give it better brakes? Oh, I gave it better brakes as well. I know for a fact I haven't done anything to the suspension of it, so I could probably put some suspension on it and then adjust that. My off-road handling goes up by a lot. My on-road handling obviously doesn't really change too much. It goes down just slightly, though. You can see my lateral G is at 120 miles an hour. It just goes down ever so slightly, like 0.01 of a second. So I'll put these or that suspension on it. It doesn't really seem like it's gonna do much to that. I feel like clutch I've changed. The transmission I haven't changed, so I can't adjust this unless I obviously change it, which I probably can. I think we can do some good stuff with this guy. I think we can add a lot of stuff to it. I guess a 10-speed or a 9-speed is probably the way to go, right? Because that'll keep my PI the lowest, but we can also adjust it so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Our shift time is the same. I haven't actually bought a diff, so we could probably buy a diff here. I'll just buy the off-road one. I mean, we can adjust whichever one to whatever we want. Anyway, prop shaft. I mean, its acceleration is going to change slightly, and the launching is going to change. Not much else, so I'm not going to spend any money on that. Maybe more power. I'm down to give this thing even more power than before. I think this should be quite interesting. Damn, its acceleration goes up by much. Like, we could do a lot of things to this car just for it to be in like just an A class. So pistons I've already had changed. Oh, thank you for disconnecting me. I appreciate that so much. Turbo's already upgraded as well. I guess that's it, right? Put an intake. 460 horsepower. Kind of a mix of both the off-road and on-road tires. For whatever reason, giving it more power makes my off-road ability, makes my handling worse for whatever reason. Anyway, okay, we'll do that. And we'll see how that works for us. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time here just for someone to be in like a stock one of these, and we're gonna absolutely dominate all the Fords. But yeah, it should be interesting. I definitely want to change this. I don't want to have 9 gears. I feel like that's such a waste. So 6 gears probably is best. I know we need this thing to accelerate as quickly as possible, so I'm probably gonna just stretch my gears out just a little bit, like so. First to second should be fairly short anyway. I think we're good. What was it? 163 miles per hour. Can we get this thing to be even faster? Get that top speed up a little bit higher. 165. My air was like obviously holding me back here now, but 165, 166 miles an hour. We'll stick with that. As for our handling, I don't know if I should build this thing just fully for off-road or fully for on-road. I definitely want to have it so it has a little bit more front grip. So I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna fully max it up, but I'm gonna do that anyway. The rear, we'll see. If the rear is a bit too light, then I'll obviously adjust that as well. And of course, with everything else, it's gonna have to get adjusted as I drive it. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll put like a basic tune on it, and then we'll see. Okay, wide body. Some of them don't have aero. Okay, it's a very weird mix. Let's see if any of them are actually untuned. If they're not tuned, I think it'll bring the PI for the driver tires down to the basic for Focus RS. Oh no, they're all 702. Why did someone say that? Because someone on my team would be in low A class. Who would bring their cars down to low A class. It looks like it already is. So every single person on my team has a tuned one of these. That's good. That's good. That we might... It might mean that we're going to dominate. I hope we are. Okay? Unbeatable driver tires... It still should be very easy to do. I mean, overall, the unbeatable driver tires are very much beatable in this game. Why am I last again? Why am I starting from the very back? I don't know why, but we'll see. Just don't push me into a tree and I'm perfectly happy. That guy has just as much power as he possibly could. Okay, we're already got some shitters on my team. Oh, careful, mate. Okay. Lucky drive tires, that's okay, we go around them. Those two guys from my team. Yeah, that guy in the grey Focus just put as much power as he possibly could in his. I could already tell. He just put as much power as he possibly could and then just went for it. Oh my god. Come on, lads. There he is. He can barely drive the thing. He's struggling with every corner. What are you doing? You're going too fast again. This guy keeps sliding every single corner. I don't know if that's a good idea either. The guy in front of me. At least we've absolutely destroyed the driver tires. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna treat this as a race between all of us. Okay. Okay, this guy is a huge ape. Like, he just... Wow, okay. He's such a shit driver. He's so bad. Imagine if he was actually playing in... Has he left the game? I hope he's left the game. He's not there anymore, I don't think. Someone's left anyway from my team. Wait, did 2 people leave? Why? Oh, unless they got disconnected. Which I think is... Oh god. I thought that puddle would slow me down a lot more, but it didn't. Why did they leave? I don't know what that was all about. That was just so odd. Okay. Let's try to catch this guy and see if I can overtake him. Which I think I can. He does have more power than me, but I have so much better cornering grip than he does. You can see he's pulling away now. My car is a lot more balanced than his. I also slowed down there way too much last time. Like every single corner I'm just faster than him around every single one of these corners. Why did my team leave? I don't understand. It's just me versus this guy now. I feel like it'll be kind of boring. I don't know what's happening. Honestly, the first few times that I was trying... Well, sorry, not the first few times, but... See the way that benefits him, like him crashing into the wall? That's so stupid. It should do it in this game mode as well. I feel like it'd be kind of annoying, but it should do it in this game mode as well. Where... Like you play it in regular online racing. Where if you crash into the wall, it gives you a penalty and you have to slow down. I mean, I know I'm not... You know, like he's not my rival here. And I'm supposed to actually, you know... try and help him win and stuff, but it'd be so much better like if you start scraping off the wall or you go really fast into a corner into the wall. It does slow you down. But no, it doesn't do it. We've almost lapped the whole enemy, like the other team. Like that's just too easy. That is just way too easy. It's just me and this guy though. That track definitely favored him. Why did those two dipshits leave? I don't understand. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. That guy was so bad though. The guy in the grey Focus was awful. What a terrible driver. Yeah, I can't find any of these to be challenging anymore. It's weird because, like I said, like maybe a few months back when I was doing these, I remember how annoying they were to do because I always had like such a terrible team to drive with. But now, by the looks of things, it's just people that actually... Okay, I'm not gonna say people who know how to drive, but people who are better than unbeatable drivatars. Let's just say that. People who can actually stay ahead. But yeah, we had one of the weeks, whatever it was, like fairly recently when we ended up doing it, and it was actually very close. It ended up going to the third race. But yeah, by the looks of things, I don't think that'll happen this time. There's only 4 of us as well, so if like 2 of us get really far ahead, I think we're still gonna be able to win. Actually, maybe as long as our team, as the rest of the guys from my team don't come like last or something. If they somehow mess up and they come last, which I really hope that they don't, but it doesn't look like they will. And it's a pretty easy one as well. I mean, we only have the little front bit, I think, the bit like literally right in front of me. I don't think the bit behind me is off-road. I don't know. We'll see. This is also a mix, obviously, of on-road and off-road. Go nice and wide here. AI is just pushing me in this guy. Here comes this guy. Oh. Pushed again by the AI. And then we're all ahead now. Yeah, this is dead. This is just way too easy. This guy in front of me struggled a little bit with grip there, but okay, we're still way ahead. Like I said, as long as the 2 guys behind us don't crash into something or miss a checkpoint, I think we should be more than fine here. Come on. Slow down way too early. Even I slow down too early. Here, you don't have to slow down as much as you think. Come on, go quicker. Go quicker! Come on! If he does that again, I'm just gonna overtake him. I just thought it wasn't really safe for me to overtake him. I felt like I was gonna push him into the wall if I was gonna overtake him. god, I thought he was gonna swerve into me by his angle. I knew he was sliding, but like I thought he was gonna catch grip and just go straight into me. I didn't mean to crash into the wall there, but whatever. A little jump made me like throw my car into the wall. I didn't actually mean to do that. Okay. There we go again. If he slows down here, I'm taking. Nice. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Oh, of course it benefits him. Of course it benefits him. Spinning out and stopping me because I crashed into him. Of course it benefits him. God damn it, game. He missed the checkpoint. Did he miss the checkpoint? It didn't look like he got the checkpoint there. That was a bit odd. He did not get the checkpoint there. With the way he drove into that corner. That's a bit questionable, but I mean, here. Good luck with that, mate. That was so dumb. I expected a challenge. I definitely expected a challenge. It was mostly just me and this guy. It was more like a friendly rivalry between me and this guy. He definitely just didn't put any sort of tires on this car. Or if he did, he put like sports tires or something. I don't know. Or else he didn't change anything else. He just put tires and power, and that's pretty much it. Because he was struggling. He was definitely struggling. On the off-road sections. I was just driving so much faster than him on all those sections. If he was a slightly worse driver, I think he would have struggled a lot. I don't think he would have won that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this turned into more of a friendly like rivalry type of thing instead of actually rivaling the AI. They're making him too easy. For unbeatable driver tires, they're making him way too easy for racing. Well, I guess that'll be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed this little Ford Focus. It actually drives really, really well. Maybe, like I said, maybe like that guy, maybe I should get rid of maybe the aero parts or something from it and maybe give it a little bit more power. Who knows? Who knows? There's probably different ways to build this thing and, you know, the way you're comfortable driving it. I always love having a little bit more, you know, confidence going into corners. Much quicker, so that's why I'm building some of the cars like this, where I know for a fact I'll be able to take every single corner at whatever speed I feel like, you know? Like, it's just so much more comfortable doing this, and then driving something like, that has a stupid amount of power. Like, I don't know, it just feels a little nicer for me to drive like this, you know? And I feel a lot more comfortable driving it like this than, you know, just having power added to it, and that's it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.